What's up, everyone? I thank for the ban list. You know, Ash Blossom Joy Spring. This card's been too powerful for too long. It definitely deserves to get hit. I don't know why Konami hasn't got rid of it. The card's trash, and it keep beating me in duels. It definitely needs to freaking go to one, man. I just can't stand this card. I mean, just stopping so many effects, adding a card from the deck to your hand, special summon from the deck. This everything it stops is too freaking powerful. Too powerful. Konami needs to do something about this card. Card needs to be banned. I predict this card will be on the next freaking ban list. Now this little girl, she's new to the format, and I personally think she also deserves to be banned. Even though she's not doing much to me personally, and people at my locals have been trying to get her from me, and I decided on just bending her up. I'm not gonna do it on camera though. You guys get that in the next video, but I gotta take my mom to work and everything. So yeah, this card deserves to get banned. Too many combos. Even though we don't have needle fiber, it's better to hit things early, right? I mean, let's look at that cool effect. The cool effect is awesome. And then we have the Firewall Dragon over here. Now, this card is the main reason we all lose in Yu-Gi-Oh! Screw the Trick Stars. They don't do anything. Don't touch my deck, Konami. The deck's not gonna get a hit at all. They're not a problem. But this freaking card right here, once while face up on the field, you can target one monster from the graveyard effect. I'm not reading that entire thing. You guys know what the card does. This is Block Boy 8756. And I like to be honest in my videos. And I think this card was really unhealthy for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you know what? I just don't like it. And the other cards I don't own right now, give you guys some face camera action. No, you guys are not gonna see my face. I'll do a face reveal next video. But this card right here, guys, is good. And don't touch my altar, guys. They haven't done nothing. Don't touch my Trick Stars. They haven't done anything. And don't, please, Konami, you better not touch my Sky Strikers, okay? You're just not gonna touch my Sky Strikers. Sky Strikers are too good, and they need to be unhit. These cards need to go. Once again, this is Block Boy 3710. I'm signing out. Peace and stay innovative, guys. What is up, everyone? So, about 3 weeks ago, I did a video talking about the 5 most likely cards to come off the ban list. And, it did pretty good. A lot of you guys liked what I had to say, about Sky. But the obvious, like Trick Stars, in my opinion, should be getting hit. Sky Strikers may not get hit, and etc. And in today's installment of me talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list, because it's close to August, we might get a ban list drop tomorrow, even though all of us veteran players know that's definitely not gonna happen, because Konami, for whatever reason, they like to drop ban lists sporadically. I'm predicting we might not get a ban list till September. Fingers crossed though, because I really would like to shake things up with something different, even though I haven't personally been in locals in 2 to 3 months, so I haven't really got to enjoy this format anyway. So in this video, I'm going to talk about mainly cards coming off the ban list, what I think deserve to come off the ban list, and just shooting it freestyle. I really don't, there's not really much to say about the ban list in general, so let's get into it. First card that popped up into my mind. Favorite card, Elemental Hero Stratos. Will it come off the ban list this year? Will it not? Find out next time on Yu-Gi Ball Z. Cards like Stratos, search out a hero monster, add it to your hand. There's no reason why that card should be on the ban list. Like, what did it really do? Yes, it was using a few FTK, OTK decks in the past. Yes, I can understand how those decks could potentially influence nowadays, but come on, Konami, really? It's been years, about 5 years since that card been on the ban list, and Heroes got the Dark Law support, but be real, it ain't doing so hot right now in the TCG. Yeah, they kicking it in the OCG though, they kicking it real good with the Goki Hero deck, and a few of the pure builds here and there. I personally think Stratos coming back will be huge for Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole. It'll give a lot of hero players justice that we've been wanting. So with that being said, I think it's a good card to come off the ban list. Next card I'm going to talk about, Construct. That's right, Shadow Construct. I personally think Shadows are power crept for the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! things like like Shadow's main play back in the day, I remember, make construct turn, no, make win the turn 1, construct turn 2, and everything's gonna go trickle downhill from the opponent there on the following turns, that is. So, you know, construct coming back off of the ban list, if Konami gave them to us, it'd be huge. Like, it'd be huge to a sense where it's like, Shadow players will be happy, they'll re-innovate the deck, but it won't impact the meta it won't do much, in my personal opinion. Yeah, you probably can. Maybe I'm not a Shadow player, but so correct me on this. Like, I believe Construct is off the ban list in the LCG, and Shadows ain't doing much, right? But let's say it's on the ban list. You literally have to make a Link monster, which they do have a dark one coming out, I think, that makes 2 zones, and then make the window, and then make the construct in 2018, where it's like everything just spit monsters to the board and wild out. So, you know, when you think about how the game is played right now, it's just so fast paced. Construct destroying monsters on some of them having recursion ability ain't doing anything that's other decks aren't doing. I mean, look at Fire Raw Dragon, that creates infinite loops. Look at a lot of those nightmare cards that just add more versatility to decks like Spirals. Look at decks like Spirals and Trick Stars that every time you play a card, you pretty much don't minus yourself. So, you know, things like Construct, Stratos, I believe they're outdated. If anything, they're gonna come back to the game and just be pretty much either power creep or caught up with the times. On a third note, I also think windups need to be back at full power. I think windups is one of those decks that, for better or for worse, at its time, it was way ahead of its time. Like, I think windups, especially with the new windup Link monster, and Zenmaity was 0 in the TCG. I think it's at 2 in the OCG. I think they have a lot of potential to be a solid tier 2 deck if they were to come off the ban list. Let's say, for example, Konami give us back, you know, wind up Zenmaity Unlimited off the ban list. You know, ban Hunter for the Hunter loop. You know, I mean, yeah. I say ban Hunter. You definitely want the Hunter loop to go on where you can eat the cards at the opponent's hand. But the fact that you can bring monsters back consistently, spam to the board, pretty much do the exact same thing a lot of decks do now, personally, I think that'd be a good thing. And I think it'd be healthy for players who like to play older decks like myself. I personally don't like to play meta decks because everyone else is playing them, excuse me. And, you know, since everyone else is playing the same deck I'm playing, it kind of takes the fun out of the game for me. Not to say that, oh, meta decks are bad and meta decks don't need to be played and I can't win because this game is all about money. Nah, I'm not that type of person. I'll play a meta deck if everyone else wasn't playing it, and I'll play it up to the point where everyone else is playing it. Then I want to play something else because I'm bored and I like being different. I like to stand out in the crowd, which is why I play Rogue, which are pretty much old meta decks that people just bring back to life and take them to events and sometimes do well. So, you know, I think windups overall is a solid deck, especially if it came off the ban list. It won't make too much of an impact because Spirals do it better. Nightmare cards do, hell, ABC can arguably do it better. Now, with that being said as well, full power windups would be a threat. It'd be a potential threat, especially with their spamming ability and OTK potential, but they're not doing anything different that other decks are not doing. So what is the problem called money? What is the problem? Another card I think can pretty much come off the ban list and no one will care really is Maxi. Maxi is a card that, you know, at one point a lot of us was begging, please ban this card. Konami, please get rid of this crap of a card. Now we're all like, Konami, the game has gotten to a point where everyone is just special summoning to the field, special summoning to the field. And, you know, a lot of people argue Maxi at 3 is a problem because it hurts rogue decks. Some people also argue that Maxi makes the game fair because since you have a lot of the meta decks just spamming to the field, if you have a Maxi, you can at least defend yourself against those decks for the mirror matches and for the decks that you're going to play that are rogue. But the thing is, Maxi hurt those weaker decks more than it hurts the meta decks because a lot of meta decks can play out of the Maxi versus the rogue decks that don't have the, the resources to pretty much play out of a Max C. A great example of this was be Max Heroes. Max Heroes is a deck I play consistently, and I do remember that when people used to Max C me off of the Hero Lives, it was usually set, mass change, and pass, and hope they don't just dark hold my Dark Claw, and hope I have back row. Versus, oh, do this, bring out Dark Claw, set up my Artifact Durandal combo or Cyber Dragon Infinity combo with some back row and some protection. You know, moving forward, I can see, you know, I see the arguments on both sides from Max C, I really do. And I think, you know, I think it's one of those cards that it should shift in and out of formats and how it should potentially be. I mean, ultimately, I think Max C is a solid card that, yeah, I think that just sums up my last statement. It's good for, it should be either at 3 in a format or banned the following format. Depends on how your meta is going to be set up. And I guess, you know, the ban list overall, with all the cards rather that are banned, there's a lot of fluff and just stuff that needs to come off. A great example is Ultimate Offering. I mean, a lot of people argue Ultimate Offering was busted back in the day and it was really good. But what can a card like Ultimate Offering do now? I mean, yeah, you can play gadgets and that'll be cool. But, you know, it's kind of slow. And I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going to the game state of, if it can't happen immediately, it's not worth using. A great example is that if people using the trap card that are activated, that you can activate from your hand, like Infinite Impermanence, Red Reboot, and etc. So, you know, when it comes down to a lot of our older powerful trap cards, unlimited them, why not? Heck, even Skill Drain can potentially even come back as a card that, you know, I hate the card. I ain't gonna lie, I hate Skill Drain with a freaking passion. And it's at 1 for a reason, but Skill Drain at 3, bro. A lot of stun players will be creaming themselves. The card will probably shoot up to like $5 for the rare, $10 for the foil. Card of Demise will definitely go up. But you know, it'll definitely do something for the players that want to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Differently. That's not just spit to the board. Now you can play, let me allow you not to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I guess is a problem in itself in the card design of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is why I'm also excited for Speed Duels. But you guys already seen my Speed Duel video, so I'm not even going to talk about that. I mean, yes, it might eventually be the same thing what current Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, but you know what? It's different. And you know, life is nothing without change. So with that being said, I'm excited for that difference. So with all that being said, man, I hope y'all liked the little skit I did in the beginning of the video. I think it was pretty funny. You know, having that typical trash Yu-Gi tuber or whatever, just the, you know, the rookie guy trying to do a Banlist prediction video. I thought that was pretty cool. Post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. And if you're new here, consider giving me a like button, hitting that like button, and hit the subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I'm uploading sporadically. I don't have a schedule at this point, but if you like real Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, you guys found the right channel. So with all that being said, once again, this is InnovationYGO, and I'm signing out. Peace and stay innovative. Deuces.